Welcome back. If you or a loved one suffers from cognitive decline, memory loss, dementia, or even early stage Alzheimer's disease, then you do not want to miss what our second guest has to offer. Today we have with us the communications director from the Integrated Health Center of the Rockies, Amanda Vargas. She is here to share the amazing progress that has been achieved in the field of cognitive decline and Alzheimer's care. Amanda, so glad you're back with us.
Nice to see you.
All right, let's talk about this. So according to doctors, of all the chronic diseases that one can get, we really don't fear any other like we do dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Why is that?
Well, there's a couple of reasons for that. The first one being that it's the only one of the nation's 10 most common causes of death in which there is no effective treatment. And secondly, not only is it fatal, but it robs its victims and their families of their lives long before they're actually gone. So if you think about it, it's the only disease in which the patient dies not just once, but twice. The first time when they lose their memory and all mental faculties, and then again when the rest of them finally dies. It's a terrifying and excruciating experience for everyone involved.
You know, that's another great reason we need to tell people about this free cognitive decline dinner event that's coming up, and we want you to know about it. It's going to be Tuesday, August 13th at 6 p.m. The number is right there on your screen. Super easy to go ahead and call right now. We want to make sure that to see if you qualify because the seating is extremely limited, so it's 303-974-1087. All right, so what are exactly then are the patients experiencing when they go and actually consult with their healthcare providers?
Well, you know, it usually starts innocently enough. Maybe they're forgetting things here and there, they're misplacing items, or they just notice they're not quite as sharp as they once used to be. And a little time will go on and other people will begin to notice. Maybe they're having trouble putting names to faces, or they're having to rely very heavily on calendars and note-taking just to keep things straight. So if and when they go to their doctor, it's really just going to depend on how diligent their provider is in figuring out what exactly is going on.
Absolutely. I was starting to jump ahead on, but you went right back to the exact point, and they start to experience certain things. Then they go to their healthcare providers, and then what happens then?
Well, you know, it's up until recently, there really hasn't been a way for these providers to give a concrete diagnosis. So if and when these patients are formally diagnosed with a condition like cognitive decline, Alzheimer's disease, or early onset dementia, they're told it's too late. They need to have a power of attorney assigned, or they just need to get their affairs in order, and it's all downhill from there, unfortunately.
Well, I understand that some tides have changed a little bit, so I really want you to tell our viewers at home really what kind of success or what are you seeing at IHCR?
Well, we now know through science and clinical experience that the symptoms of these conditions are not only preventable, but they're actually reversible as well. And we now know what's causing these conditions, and it's not the amyloid plaquing in the brain like we've thought it was all along. And finally, there's new technology and a new treatment approach that is allowing the symptoms of Alzheimer's disease, cognitive decline, and dementia to reverse with a very significant success rate.
Oh, all the more reason we have to remind you again about this cognitive decline dinner event. It's a free dinner event that's Tuesday, August 13th at 6 p.m. The number is right there on your screen. We want you to go ahead and call this number. It's 303-974-1087 first to see if you qualify, because seating is very limited and we want to make sure that you know you have a seat there. All right, now let's go back to somewhat what you were talking about, and let's talk more specifically about what your doctors are seeing.
Well, we're seeing patients going back to work. They're able to drive again. They're remembering their family members' names like their grandchildren, and they're just getting back to normalcy.
That is what we all love to hear, right? Okay, so then now that we've told everyone about the event, we have it posted here. Who should be going? Who should be interested in attending this?
Well, if you're someone suffering with any of the symptoms associated with cognitive decline or early onset Alzheimer's disease, like brain fog, memory loss, difficulty reading, writing, speaking, I highly recommend that you give our office a call to see if you qualify for this event.
I love it. Amanda, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
All right, call 303-974-1087 to reserve your seat for the free Cognitive Decline Dinner event, which is Tuesday, August 13th at 6 p.m. Call again this number, 303-974-1087, to see if you qualify to attend this free informational event on reversing cognitive decline and the symptoms of early-stage Alzheimer's disease. The Integrated Health Center of the Rockies paid for this segment. Stay with us.